What's up, guys?
You're doing.
All right, we'll take questions for Coach Tatlock from the media in person first, and then we'll go to Zoom.
Coach, defensively for you guys, what was the biggest challenge of limiting Washington's offense today?
Well, just starting out, I thought Petty obviously competed good. Obviously, the catcher is a really good player. You know, he runs the ball out there in the first. And, you know, you're just trying to execute pitches. That's the biggest challenge, staying within yourself, execute pitches, going pitch to pitch. That's always the challenge. And then guys playing defense behind them. Yeah, that's the challenge.
And speaking of Petty, what did you think of his first start?
I thought it was competitive. Yeah, I think he's going to be just fine. I mean, I kind of wish it was his second or third, but thought he, for the most part, did kind of stay in control of what he was trying to do and just went pitch to pitch. And again, it's unfortunate the ball landed in right, I guess. Sun, I guess. We had that a couple of times this weekend. And but you figure going into today with the wind blowing like it was, not really factoring the sun, there's going to be one or two of those, right? Like in the game. I'm not saying our team it's going to happen, but figured it's going to happen.
Coach, first of all, what did you make of the whole weekend in general? What are some of your big takeaways from the weekend? And, you know, what did you think about the tournament and, you know, peak and everything?
I'd like to be playing the ninth inning right now, obviously. Thought Texas played really good through the weekend. Thought Illinois and Washington both also swung the bat really good. It seemed like every game was a high-scoring game, which I think you kind of sign up for when you come out here, right? You know it's going to be offensive. And thought Ryan did a really good job running the tournament. And so, beautiful facility. Obviously, everybody likes coming out here. I think our fans enjoyed it, so it was a good experience.
And what did you make of the offensive output across the weekend in general? It seemed like the top of the lineup did a really good job of, you know, getting guys on base, getting guys over, and, you know, like you said, it was a very offensive weekend for every team. So there's got to be some positives you can take away from just the offense in general.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some in there, absolutely, and you could point out individuals, you could point out innings, obviously. But man, I tell you, I mean, I think our team came out here to win, and you know, to come out on the right side of the games, and give credit to Washington, give credit to Texas for outplaying us on the days we played them, and be thankful for Damon Bravo walking up there in the ninth on Friday. I mean, like that, you know, obviously that little rally, you know, did put together something for us, and so I really did like the way the guys went about. I thought they made the effort to play good today. As far as offensively, and you know, I think the pitchers. I mean, I thought Crotchfield showed a lot of toughness after the kick ball short. He showed a lot of toughness. Just stay in there and keep pitching.
All right, we'll open it up to Don on Zoom. Don.
Curfew this evening, considering, I mean, with Washington traveling tonight, considering how far in advance this tournament was set up, and that everyone knew you were going to be playing at this time on Sunday.
Say it again, Don. I think I know what you asked, but you were on mute.
Did you have an issue with the curfew tonight and Washington traveling tonight, considering that everybody knew what time y'all were going to be playing this evening?
Yes, you always want to have a 4-hour window to play a baseball game, especially when the wind's blowing out 30 and you're in Vegas, or even a Sunday baseball game at the tail end of the weekend when pitching staffs maybe are a little thin. And so we went back and forth, Don, on 6:30, and we wanted a 4-hour window, and I think we got 3 hours and 15 minutes, maybe something like that. And I mean, we don't even hit in the 8th right there if we don't get the double play ball. Man, we're up against it right there.
the subject of pitching, well, to what degree are you concerned about getting innings out of your starting pitchers in particular, and getting some kind of getting that maybe situation kind of settled down a little bit more, and finding guys who can be more consistent?
Yeah, I mean, we're going into week 4, right? And you obviously want to put together who your starters are for conference play in 2 weeks. But we also knew, with such a new staff, and really with one guy that started last year on the weekend coming back, and Mac, that you're going to have maybe a little bit of this. And so we're going to keep believing in them and keep believing that guys are going to start throwing the ball good. And there's a little give and take there too. I'm not sure we've played. We've had some plays that you need to make. You need to get outs when outs are presented to you. And so, like to do both. Like to pitch better. Like to get outs when they're there.
Would you say,
What guys are you considering for Tuesday's game, Tuesday's start, I guess in particular, and who might be up that day?
Yeah. So you got Johnny Lowe, you got Connor Mohan, maybe Siebert by Wednesday. You got those guys. That's kind of off the top of my head. That's kind of what we're thinking. Again, we're supposed to be playing the 9th inning right now, so. But there's guys, Espinoza, you could throw into that equation. Maybe Erdman throw into that equation. But you're really, on Tuesday, you're probably trying to keep somebody at a 60 pitch deal, so maybe you can bounce them back on Sunday. That's probably more info than you really needed.
Coach, out of Washington's 2 closing pitchers, what do you see out of those guys today that made it challenging for you guys to put runs together?
They both commanded the fastball. I thought both those guys hadn't thrown a lot of innings. I think one of them was 3 innings, maybe both of them. But it looked like to me they threw the ball to the mitt. And so that's where that starts. I thought they both did that. And the last guy had a little, he had a little bit of life on it, I thought.
You mentioned Damian Bravo. What do you see from him?
A guy that really works hard, just loves playing baseball.
Cole, anything before we cut it off? All right. Thanks,
Okay.
everyone. We'll see you guys back in a little bit.
Thank you, Coach.